Well, I'm Alan Dale from GaleForceWins, and I'm having a wonderful time here in St. John's, Newfoundland, right here at the Convention Centre, talking to the good folks at Kean College. Now, they've all come together in this facility from across the entire province. They're here to continuously improve their process to make their offering better for students. It's called Finding a Better Way Altogether, and that's really what they're doing. They're working together to find better ways to provide better offerings to their students. What an incredible conversation it is to be in. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you do with Kean.
I'm Jennifer Reardon. I'm a registered nurse with Kean College, and currently my position is faculty coordinator for the PCA, IPCA, or International Personal Care Attendant Program, as well as I'm the manager of faculty coordinators. So I work with all the other coordinators of the faculties, the various faculties that we have.
Talk to me about the PCA and
IPCA. Our international
Talk to me about
program.
both.
Well, both programs aim to fill the gap in the healthcare sector for personal care attendants. Initially, we just had a personal care attendant program which encompassed domestic students. So students from Newfoundland and Labrador that could travel to a campus pre-COVID to do their face-to-face lectures as well as their labs and clinicals. So we know we all went through a pandemic, and through the pandemic we became a hybrid learning. So our students actually do their academic portion of the program now all online, virtually. They can do it from their home, wherever they live in the province, and they're aware up front that they would travel to the nearest Kean site to them to complete their labs and their work terms, so the second half of their program. So, there's a shortage worldwide of healthcare workers, and due to this, with a partnership with the Centre for Nursing Studies as well as with NLHS, we've moved into international program. So we have students from all over the world. And they as well do their academics at home, wherever home may be. Some are here in Canada, some are here in Newfoundland, others are home in their home country. So we use the hybrid model and reach those students where they are, and they complete their academics. And once their academics are completed and they go through the IRCC process, which is very complicated, they come to Newfoundland, not necessarily St. John's. We have campuses across the province, and they do their labs and their work term, and then most, if not all, go to work with NLHS.
Wow.
But now we're expanding into different divisions of healthcare as well, not necessarily just the public healthcare system.
I mean, that's what you just told me. You must be privileged to be in some amazing conversations of lives that have been transformed.
And there's aspects of the process that, as a domestic Newfoundlander, that you don't realize, like the transition part for students. They're leaving their home, they're leaving their families. Often they're leaving their spouse and their children to come by themselves to Newfoundland, and the only thing they've learned about Newfoundland is you have a lot of snow, basically. Some people have not even seen snow before, and they're not prepared for our climate. We are becoming a more diverse population, but right now we are not that diverse. So finding community and finding culture and finding comfort within Newfoundland, the bigger cities like St. John's and Corner Brook, Gander even, more culturally diverse. But when you get into small towns, it can be very isolating for students.
You talk about complicated for somebody to leave. We spoke to a woman this morning from the Ukraine, leaving under very complicated circumstances, comes to Canada. She's in the middle of going to school. She's got an 8-month-old baby. I mean, it's just on and on and on. Kean has a way to embrace that.
Yes.
Wrap around services to make sure the student is going to be successful while they're with you, but be successful when they graduate too. Talk to me about that.
So we are not only educating our students are educating us. But when we moved into the international program, we rely a lot on their first-hand point of view of what they considered most difficult with their transition was that I don't know where to get the bus. I don't know how to get around town. I don't know where to get groceries. I don't know where to take my child when they're sick. These were all things that they really taught us that we had to step up and learn and come up with additional services to help them climatize to our culture. Even with the Newfoundland language, we have students come in with English as a second language training, but learning our specific dialect and learning our lingo. Newfoundlanders are not accustomed to having to leave home, but mostly we went to the mainland. But we have students who don't have English as their first language, and they can adequately read and write English language, and conversing is a bit different because of our dialect. So, we learn a lot from our students, and we learn just as much from them as they do from us. And, the ones that come and they express their concerns and they tell us about the difficulties, that's how we learn how to improve.
Wow. So here we are, 2 days now of sort of visioning, strategic planning for Kean College, some organizational changes,
yes.
People moving around as Kean grows and takes on new programs. Are you excited about what the future holds?
Oh, absolutely. I've been with the college almost 15 years now, and, we talked about, COVID, and the world went through isolation. COVID really changed how we could reach our students, and it was a really good change. Actually, it was something good that came out of COVID. We focus on a lot of the negatives, the isolation that people experienced, but we were able to change and adapt our way of teaching to reach and improve the lives of so many others. Not only are we improving the lives of our students are now improving the lives of their clientele, like whether that's seniors in long-term care, whether that's people in acute care. Our personal care attendants are coming and they're filling the need in healthcare. So it reaches beyond the classroom.
It must be an amazing feeling to be in this conversation, because you hit the nail right on the head. Students' lives are being changed. Their families' lives are being changed.
Absolutely.
The people that they're helping, lives are being changed. The community is getting stronger.
Right.
The province is getting better. The country is getting better.
Absolutely.
And you're in the middle of all of that.
Absolutely. And it's not always a straightforward process, but at Kean we're always learning and adapting. And whether it's the student or whether it's a community partner that we're working with, we take their input and we put that into our curriculum. We put that into how we set the framework for our programs based on the industry need, the community need, and the students' needs.
There's no doubt about it. These are the kind of people you meet at Kean College. Thank you very much.
Thank you.